Hey, mathematicians, how are you doing? This is Mrs. Shopper. I was a little caught off by how it recorded. How are you doing? We're going to be working on the last section in Unit 5 as we prepare for your assessment that you will have later this week. What we're going to do is we're going to take story problems. We're going to go from verbal to algebraic. So again, continuing to work on those 4 forms of functions: t-tables, graphs, algebraic, and verbal. So we talked about initially how we have equations in standard form. And then we created t-tables and we graphed those out. And now we're going to go from words to algebraic. So again, our focus continues to be on those 4 forms of functions, okay? So here we're going to be going from story scenarios to algebraic. A colleague going from English to Mathlish. All right, so let's walk through this together. So number 1, you have $10 to buy tomatoes and carrots. So that's my total amount of money I have. Tomatoes are $2 per pound and carrots are $1.25 per pound. We want to write an equation to show the different amounts of carrots and tomatoes we can buy. Okay, so I'm going to start it out. $10 is my total. So that's what's going to go right here. All right, those are my totals. Now, what am I going to add? I'm going to be adding tomatoes and I'm going to be adding carrots to that together to get my $10. Tomatoes are $2 each. So I'm going to go 2 times the number of tomatoes plus $1.25 times the number of carrots is going to equal $10. So I'm going to bring this over here. And then I'll shrink it all down over here. Now, that's what you need to do. You need to take the information and put it in standard form. Now, one of your questions might be like, hey, Ms. Shopper, you told us we can't have decimals or fractions. When you're going from a real life scenario, it is okay to have decimals and fractions, only if it's a real life scenario, okay? The other piece that's really important here is that I indicate that T is the number of tomatoes, not just tomatoes, it's the number of tomatoes, and C is the number of carrots. And I should put pounds behind it so we know that we're talking about the number of pounds. Okay? And that's what we need you to do. This is what we're looking for right here, okay? Next question. You are buying hamburger and chicken. Okay, so I'm going to have H and C as my variables. H is going to be the pounds of hamburger. And C is going to be the pounds of chicken. Because that's what I'm going to be buying, okay? Hamburger and chicken. Now, we know that hamburger is $4 a pound and chicken is $5 a pound. And we have a total of $30 to spend. So I know that it's going to equal 30 because that's how much money I have to spend. Now, what am I adding together? I'm adding together pounds of chicken and pounds of hamburger. All right, those are the 2 things I'm adding. Now I want to build in the cost, okay? Hamburger is $4 per pound. Chicken is $5 per pound. So $5 times the amount of chicken plus $4 times the pounds of hamburger is going to equal 30. That's what this question is asking us to do. Write an equation. All right, next one. You're buying $20 worth of birdseed. Okay, that's my total. So it's going to equal 20. Thistle seed is $3.50 a pound. And dark oil seed is $2.50 per pound. We're going to write an equation to figure this out. Okay, so I'm going to use T for thistle seed and D for dark oil sunflower seed. So we know that $3.50 times the number of pounds of thistle seed plus $2.50 times the number of pounds of dark oil seed, that's going to get me a total of $20. Pause the video and try this next one before I continue. All right, thanks for those of you who paused the video. The rest of you, you're supposed to pause the video, right? Okay, so let's take a look. We're going to buy $150 worth of tickets. That's my total. Equals 150. There are two types of tickets. There are general admission tickets that are 5 and reserve tickets that are 10. Those are the two types of tickets I'm getting. So general admission and reserved. Okay. So general admission are 5. So I'm going to take $5 times the number of general admission tickets plus 10 times the number of reserve tickets. And that total is going to equal $150. Now, here's one more thing I want you to think about. What if I said there were 7 reserved tickets bought? And I want to know how many general admission. Okay, so what I would do is I would substitute 7 tickets and I would solve for G. And what that would look like is 5 times G plus 10 times 7 is equal to 150. And I could solve this equation then to solve for the number of general. So 70, oops, that was my mistake. So 5G plus 70 is equal to 150. If you heard a little baby in the background, my great niece is here for the day. So she's kind of hanging out on the floor, chilling over there. All right, so we're going to cancel these out. So 5G is equal to 80. And I can divide everything by 5. So G equals 16. So that's another piece that you can work with that. Okay. So your task for today is to work on the 5-7 worksheet. Okay. It is also to work on the practice test. The practice test is due when you come to class on Thursday. And actually what I'm going to have you do is enter in your answers into a sheet, and I'm going to score it that way. Okay. Into a doc. So your task is the 5-7 worksheet and the practice test. And both of them are listed on your learning plan. They're also listed in Schoology. So I look forward to seeing you all on Thursday. Sorry, I missed some of you today. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.